So let's talk about long haul truck drivers in Canada. Like, driving in Canada has stages, but as a long haul driver, you are the big boss. You know, because to become one, it takes years of experience and some ticketing, some certifications, and all that. But it is not that hard to become one, and a step at a time and all that. So but they take home nothing less from I think they take home from 90,000 to 150,000 a year, which is a lot of money because they pay them per miles, not per hour. See, that's why I said trucking in Canada has stages. There are some truck driver that got paid per hour, but as a long haul, they pay them per miles. And all these factors depend on, are you going within Canada? There are some drivers that goes around Canada from Ontario to Manitoba, from Manitoba to Saskatoon, from Saskatoon to Alberta and all that. Yeah, they are also longer, and there are some that goes from Canada to US, from US to Mexico, from Mexico back to US, and all that. So they are also longer longer truck driver. So now, and to become one is not that hard. I'm going to list the step to for you to get your license and some other things you'll be needed to become a long haul driver. My name is Taiwo. If this is your first time watching my video, don't forget to click on the subscribe button. But if you're already subscribed to my YouTube channel, you're part of my family, don't forget to like my video, or even if you have a question to ask me, drop it as a comment below and I'll definitely reply to your question. To become a long haul truck driver in Canada, it requires some steps, and the first steps is you need to get your class 5 driver's license. Anybody can get a class 5 driver's license, even if you are here on a visitor. If you're in Canada on a visitor's visa, you can go to the registry and apply for your class 5 license. And from the after getting your class 5, you apply to become a truck driver, the class 1. The license you need to become a truck driver in Canada is class 1 driver's license. So, and it will take you, depending on the province, some province call it, Ontario call it another class, but in Alberta, because I live in Alberta, so some of the words I'm going to say will tally to what I know in Alberta. So in Alberta, we call it class 1 license, and to get a class 1 license in Alberta will take you nothing less from 3 to 6 months, depending on the school, depending on some other factors and all that. But it will take you from 3 to 6 months to become a certified class 1 truck driver in Canada. So now after getting your class 1 license, that is not the end of the world. So there are still some certification you still have to go for, to become a long haul truck driver, because you are a new driver, you don't have the experience, even if you've been driving back home in your home country, but in Canada you don't have the Canadian experience. So most companies that go on long haul will not want to hire non-experienced driver. That is the fact. Most company doesn't hire non-experienced driver, because non-experienced driver tend to make a lot of mistakes, especially and also non-experienced driver, there are so many things, a lot of accidents and all that. So because the Canadian rules and some other factors and all. So, but there are some companies that go for the non-experienced truck drivers. So I listed them. I think I made a video a few weeks ago. I listed some companies that will hire you even if you're not, if you don't have any Canadian experience. But that shouldn't be a problem. With your class 1 license, definitely you will see a company that will hire you, that that will take you for who you are. But you will not go far, you will not go on a long haul. You only go within the municipality, like within the metropolis, so within the communities, just to build yourself and all that. So now there are like those companies that do delivery, those companies that do some things, taking things around and all that. So yeah, they most of them go for the new non-experienced truck driver. So with that, you can build yourself, to be, after working for them for like a year, so, or 2 years, mostly from a year, but within that year, try to get every ticket you will need to become a long haul. And these are the tickets you might need to become a long haul driver. So you need your overweight tickets, just to, because here in Canada, if your goods is beyond your trailer, So you need an overweight ticket. You need to have an overweight ticket. And also, if you be taking goods that is beyond some height limit, so this depends on the province, so I don't want to say anything that will contradict every other province, but in Alberta here, so there's an height limit of goods you must carry if you don't want to have a ticket and all that. So but if you will be carrying any goods, you want to be a truck driver and you want to carry any height and all that, then you need an over height permit. So the tickets, and some other tickets that are available. So for a long haul driver, you will need most of these things to become a certified long haul driver. So, and all these things you can get them within just a year of you driving trucks around. So now, and after getting your distance, after working for that first company for the first year, then on your second year you can apply for any company that is hiring for a long haul truck driver. But you have to stay in a big city, because like right now I'm in Alberta, I'm in Fort McMurray, Alberta, where I am. We don't really have much companies that go far, so they only hire local. So you have to stay within the community and all that, and they will pay you per hour and all. So but longer you'll be paid per miles. So now most of those companies doesn't stay here. Like you find them in Calgary, in Edmonton and all that. But if you want to become one, so check your environment first. Your environment matter most. If there is no company that offer all this kind of a thing, then it will be a problem for you. You have to like relocate and all that. But if you stay in Ontario, there are so many companies that are doing that in Ontario. So I will recommend you have to check your environment. It is very, very necessary. It is very important to check your environment, to check if you have many companies that are offering this service in your environment. Now, do you want to start going within Canada? So you want to move from Alberta to Saskatoon, from Saskatoon to Ontario, from Ontario to Manitoba and all that. Yes, you can start from there. Or you can also start, you can also do international, that is from Canada to US. But for that, you will need a visa, a separate visa, and that is the B1, B2 visa. That will be like, I think it's visitors on business visa, blah, 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 and all that. So now you will need a B1, B2 visa, which is not that hard to get, but this is US, so US visa, so it might take a while for you to get it. And you don't just get it, they won't just give you because you're a truck driver, so you must show that you have been driving truck for a very long time, within Canada before you can apply. That's why most companies that hire for a long haul always go for people that have experience, especially for international. You must definitely know the road. So you must be, you must have the experience about Canada and US road and all that. So, but you need a B1 or B2 visa, to go international. But that will be for maybe another video or I'll talk more about the B1, B2 visa. But you can start from within Canada, just go from Alberta to this, from this to that and all that. And also some of the disadvantage of this of a long haul is that you always be on the road, sorry. So you always be on the road, you always you will miss your family. So it's not something that I would recommend a family man to go for. So now if you are someone that you're always with your family, you're always with your children and all that, I would recommend just stay within local. And you still want to become a truck driver, stay local. There are so many companies that are they're hiring for local truck driver. Like you go in the morning, you come back in the evening, and like a normal job. So now, but if you want to go, like if you're a young guy, maybe of 20, 25, 22, you don't have family here, or you don't care, like then you can decide to go for a long, because for weeks, for months, you'll be on the road. Taking, like, I have a friend right now, he's in Manitoba, and he left at Alberta here a few days ago. Right now he's in Manitoba. From Manitoba, like, he's going to take another load to Ontario, from Ontario to another place, from this. So you already have a schedule on his on what is going to take for the next 2 weeks. So it's something that you know, it's this kind of a job like I would not recommend a family man to go for. It's not that easy. So, but yeah, no. Instead of that, go for the one that, you know, like a normal job. You go in the morning, come back in the evening. So a local truck driver, which at the end of, but the thing is that they pay you per hour on local, they pay you per miles on long haul. So yeah, I think that will be the end of my video. If you have any question or you have anything to ask me, just go ahead and drop it as a comment below. Yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.